Have you ever wondered how a family can afford full-time travel without breaking the bank? Well, in today's video, I'm sharing exactly how we've managed to travel full-time since 2021 while keeping our costs lower than what we would have spent in a traditional house or an apartment. Stick around for some of our best travel strategies. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm diving into all of the affordable ways that we use to make our travel affordable. We use a combination of RVing, pet sitting, short-term vacation rentals, cabins, and sometimes hotels. So let's get into the video. I'll share all the details. So what's our travel budget goal, you ask? Well, it's very simple. It cannot cost more than us living in a traditional house or an apartment. And bonus points if we can make it cost even less. And guess what? We've made that happen. Now, over time, we have found great ways to save while still being able to enjoy places like national parks and even luxury spots. Let me show you how we did it. For the first 2 years of our travel, we actually traveled out of our 36-foot RV and traveled all across the United States. And we visited national parks, beaches, we met up with friends and family along the way. And the biggest score of all is that on eBay for $3,000, we scored what was called a 1,000 Trails resale membership. And what that does is it allows us to live year-round across all of the 1,000 Trails RV campgrounds and RV resorts throughout the entire country and some parts of Canada. So for about $630 maintenance fee a year, we can live year-round with full amenities. So this one-time payment that we made to eBay, as well as about the $630 annual maintenance fee, gives us year-round access to all of the RV parks and campgrounds and resorts. And they have full amenities like pools, hot tubs, mini golf, water slides, pickleball, tennis, basketball courts, hiking trails, and they are just really, really amazing. And the best part is that the annual maintenance fee actually costs less than what we used to pay for utilities when we used to own a house. Now, we did invest in a couple other memberships that provided us humongous discounts and even free RV parking. So between the 1,000 Trails and some of these other memberships that we had, basically we were able to go wherever we wanted throughout the United States and live for almost for free. Now, I'll dive more into RV travel hacks in future videos, so make sure you click that subscribe button. After traveling out of our RV for about 2 years, we actually added pet sitting and house sitting to the mix. Now, the way this came about was because of my daughter, Dylan. She got very, very sad whenever we were at campgrounds and she would see other pet parents walking their dogs. And sometimes we would go to the dog park, sometimes we would ask if we could play with them. And then one day at one of the campgrounds, I actually met another lady who, her family was new to RV life, but they had already been traveling for 2 years. So I just assumed that they stayed either out of hotels or short-term vacation rentals. And she said, no, that's too expensive to do that with a family. What they did instead was they did pet sitting and was able to travel all throughout the world with just that one traveling method alone. So basically what pet sitting and house sitting is that there are pet parents out there who want to leave their home, either to go on vacation, maybe they have a business trip, they have a number of different reasons why they want to leave town, but they don't want the cost or the stress to their pets of boarding them. So what they do is that they open up their homes to pet sitters to come in and stay and live in their home. And in exchange, the pet sitters will take care of the animals for that duration of time. And when I first talked to Nate about it, He just did not understand why we needed to do that. He just wasn't sure about the liability of it. And he said, let's just go ahead and look into the short-term vacation rentals. I did, and I told him how much it would cost. And at that moment, he changed his tune and said, pet sitting is for us. Pet sitting has been a total game changer for us. It has allowed us to stay in amazing locations like Seattle, Colorado, Dallas, the East Coast, Monterey Bay, and it cost us almost nothing. And it's a total win-win for all parties involved because in exchange for accommodations for pet sitters like us, basically it allows the pet parents to have a worry-free vacation on their end, and we make it a goal to make sure that their pets have an absolute best time of their lives. So sometimes you don't want to take the RV everywhere. Okay, sometimes it just doesn't make sense. Even without the RV, Thousand Trails has what's called a cabin membership, where for $1,700-ish, okay, sometimes they have sales, you can stay up to 1 week at a time at any of their campgrounds, as long as you have a 2-week window in between those weeks. So in combination with that, with the pet sitting, we were actually able to do a summer East Coast trip, and it was amazing. Okay, we got to go to so many expensive places, and it cost us almost nothing to do that. Combining RV travel, pet and house sitting, as well as a cabin pass, has kept everything very, very affordable for our family to travel. Let's talk about hotels. Most of the time we do stay out of our RV or do pet sitting or stay in the cabins, but every once in a while I do book hotels. And guess what? Even the hotels that we've stayed in for the last 2-3 years have been almost for free. So this is the card, the Chase Sapphire Preferred, that I got a while ago. And basically when you get it, you pay a small annual fee. I think it was maybe $95 a year. And they charge that up front. But if you spend a certain amount of money within the first 3 months, basically they give you a whole lot of bonus points. And then on top of that, they provide trip cancellation insurance. They provide rental car insurance. They provide insurances that you would normally have to pay for if you were to either rent a car or book a flight. But this one card alone allows us the opportunity to get hotels from time to time when we need it. So the times that we do use hotels is if we are going to go out on a big flight. Last thing we want, or if there is a pet sit about to start and we want to get there the night before. So the last thing we want to do is cause ourselves stress due to travel delays. And finally, we use short-term vacation rentals like VRBO and Airbnb when it makes sense. For example, last year we took a 6-month break from pet sitting and RVing so that we could go to Asia and just jump around from country to country. So you might be thinking, well, isn't that really expensive? But remember our #1 budget rule? Our full-time travels cannot cost any more than had we lived in a traditional house. Now, prior to our Asia trip, remember, we had lived almost for free for an entire year before that. So we were able to reallocate those funds to our Asia trip and get all of the vacation short-term rentals. And remember, staying for a month in places like Vietnam and Thailand is not the same as staying for a month in, let's say, a Seattle or Dallas. So there you have it. That's how we make full-time family travel not only possible, but affordable. From RV life to pet sitting, house sitting, cabin, we have found creative ways to keep costs down and have an extraordinary life. If you enjoyed today's content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell for future videos. Bye-bye.